Wait, let me understand. Bill of materials is all the components that are required to manufacture a particular material, sir.
Right.
Not yes, sir.
Right. So we have some important things we need to check in case of BOM is having some problem. What are the things we need to check?
We need to check if
BOM is there, but it is not getting exploded. For example, BOM is defined, but it is not getting exploded. So what are the things you go and check?
One is definitely the production version, sir.
Okay.
Then we need to check if the item, one of the reasons why it could not get exploded is because
No, I am asking at the BOM level itself. I have not gone to the production version. In the BOM level itself, production version you defined, but later you found some problem with respect to the BOM. It is not getting exploded, or it is not getting connected in this production version itself. What could be the problem in BOM?
Sir, there is a active activation of bomb, release status or activation of bomb, sir.
So that is what is
yes,
it
sir.
called? What is it called? It's called a BOM
status, sir.
Status in the header of the BOM. Whether the status is active or inactive.
Active.
Right. And also you need to check the valid date.
Validity date, so start and end validity date.
Okay. So what is it? For example, a BOM is not having a proper validity date, that also will not get added. Okay. So that is with respect to BOM. I'm just asking some key points. Okay. So yes. What is the definition of routing, Kani?
Routing is an sequence of operations, sir. No, it's an either it's a machine or a human, which we define where we used to define operations, sir.
Is what you define first is correct. Second is the definition of work center.
Oh, sorry, sir. Routing is a sequence of operation that we applied on the work center.
Correct. And what are the things contained in the routing?
Even the routing status should be released. First one.
No. Start. I asked you what details are covered in routing.
Routing, sir. Activities will cover, and we will input the setup time, machine time, whatever the 6 parameter we define in the work center. We will. Normally, we have 6 parameters, sir, like setup time, labor time.
Penny, whenever you talk, please listen to the person who is talking. Okay.
Oh, sorry, sir.
So this is very important quality for a person who is in the service desk or in the consulting role. Okay. You should allow other people to talk. Then you should talk. You should not talk, no, because I know the subject, I can talk. If that is the attitude, no, then soon you will get you will not understand the problem actually.
Okay, sir.
Then you will not give a proper solution. So the impact, what will happen? No, your result, your productivity will come down finally.
Okay, sir.
So always, no, you have to listen. When somebody is talking, you have to listen. I don't know how to home. I don't bother about that home, but at least at profession, you should listen to others. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Now, what are the 6 parameters you told? No, there is some name for the 6 parameters. That was the center. What is the name of these 6 parameters? They are covered.
Setup, sir. Setup. No,
that may be anything. Yeah, that may be anything. It may be setup. It may be processing. It may be labor. It may be power. It may be energy. Anything you can.
Scheduling parameters, sir.
No.
Values, sir. It is the. It's called values.
Standard value key.
Standard value key.
Standard value key. Sorry, sir.
The standard value key has 6 parameters. Okay. The 6 parameters may be anything. I don't need to define setup time, processing time. I define only labor time. I define only energy. I can define based on the business requirement, whatever it is. Okay, it is to capture some details which I want to measure in that work center. That is called the standard value. Okay, now we have these 6 parameters defined there. What else there in the routing?
We have capacity, sir.
What
in
capacity routing here? You are confused between routing and work center. You told you are getting clarity between the work center and the routing in the last week. Now you are still in the confusion. I just make something clear now. Work center is the place where a job is done. Routing is the one which is linking the material and the work center. Okay, routing is the one which is mixing the material and the work center. You just take an example of your kitchen. You have stove. Stove is the work center. That stove work center is what? That can have like a temperature, for example, right? Or gas consumption. Right? I want to measure what is the gas consumption. That is my standard value key. That is what I define. That is in work center. In work center, I define, I want to measure gas consumption. But the gas consumption may be varying based on the product which I cook. If I boil only the milk, right, then I may use only 100 grams of gas or 200 grams of gas. But if I cook chapati, then it will, per chapati, it will take 200 grams or 300 grams. If I cook biryani, it may take 500 grams. Like that, no, it will vary. That combination is called routing. So in routing, you define, what I defined in the work center, like a setup time and processing time. In routing, I define the standard parameter, standard value for those parameters. Okay, I don't define any value in work center, but I define the values in routing. This is one major difference. And then the kitchen is available for 24 hours. That is the capacity. Kitchen is available for 24 hours. That is capacity. Okay, in that your break, you are sleeping for 8 hours. You are going for office 8 hours. And then other things. No, remaining time availability of the kitchen is only 4 hours or 5 hours. That is what we define in the available hours in kitchen, the capacity. Out of these 4 hours or 5 hours, what is going to be the load? The load is coming from what you are going to cook. Whether you want to cook coffee or you want to cook rice, you want to cook chapati, whatever it is coming there, that will come there. Similarly, in a work center, I may have 24 hours capacity, out of which 2 hours may go for the shift breakup, anything. 2 hours may go for maintenance. Remaining 4 hours go means remaining 24 minus 4, 20 hours. These 20 hours, I may have efficiency of 90%, which means I have 18 hours. So 18 hours is available. Out of these 18 hours, I may produce gear motor 10 numbers, gearbox 10 numbers, assembly 10 numbers. Each one takes 20 minutes. That is what I am adding as a load there. Okay, this is called the capacity which is going to the work center. To add this capacity and also what are the things you have to cover, that is what we define in the routing. So in routing, we define for product, which product, for example, the gear motor, where I am going to work center 1, work center 2. In work center 1, what I am going to do? Pre-assembly. Work center 2, what I am going to do? Final assembly. In work center 1, that the setup time is going to take 30 minutes. Processing time is going to take 20 minutes. Similarly, in work center 2, I am going to do final assembly, where my setup time will be 45 minutes, processing time will be 25 minutes. This is a simple definition of routing. And also the work center. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This clarity has to be there when you are going for this one. But the way Kani is talking now, it shows the complete confusion between work center and routing. Suppose if you are going for some interview or something like that, having this kind of experience of working in APO and all, if you say something, people will not respect your experience. Please understand this, Kani.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so these things, right? These things are available. No, maybe you can take the materials which I sent. No, even if you don't have laptop and all, I sent the materials. Probably you can go through the PowerPoint. Where you are weak, right? Spend some time to go through the study materials which I sent first. Then go to the system. That will be helpful to you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right. So this is the routing. So in routing, one of the important parameter we have not discussed. What is it? So far, whatever I explained, I did not touch one parameter. Which one?
It's status release, sir.
No.
Active.
That is the order. Okay. That is okay. Fine. Okay. That is okay. What next?
Standard value also. Another one is
standard value is coming from the work center. Okay. This what are sorry, standard value is we are entering that like a setup time this much. It's a basic value to give. Okay. Lot size you give. Okay. Another parameter, very, very important parameter which should be entered in the routing. Can you share your screen, Mr. Sigmund?
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir.
See, without these things, if I go and teach you many things more, right, it will not make much sense. Because these are basic things. If you don't have basic steps, you know, there, then I teach you the top of the building. There is no use of. No?
Yes, sir.
Go to routing. Routing of gear motor or gearbox. What is the T code for routing?
Yes.
CR03.
CR03.
Very good.
Thank you.
Sorry, sir. CA03. CA03.
Have to copy and paste.
I already copied. There was one enter plant.
Plant.
What they are routing, you have to look for which material.
Yes. I put the gearbox, sir.
Parameter missing here. What I did not tell in this page itself. Anybody
So we need to, yes, sir. We need to fill the values for whatever we have given in the work center, sir.
No, that is there. No, already it is there. It is there. Setup time 30 minutes. Emission 15. All these things we discussed. We did not. There are some detail. One critical detail which is there in this routing in this page. I did not tell you.
Controlling key, sir.
It's not controlling key. It is control key.
Control key. Control key.
Control key plays very important role. Okay. So control key defines whether the capacity should happen in the work center, scheduling should happen in the work center, costing should happen in the work center, whether goods system should happen there or not. All these things are defined in the control key. So when you're talking about the work center routing, you should talk about the sequence of operations. That is fine. We are defining the setup time, all these things, standard values in the routing. That is fine. Also defining what is the lot size applicable. You are defining, that is fine. You are defining what is the validity date, that is also fine. Apart from these, important thing you are defining is the control key. Are you taking notes of these things, guys, or not? Just listening me, because the recording is going on. Okay, right. This is the routing, right? So what is the next master data?
Routing. So work center is also master data, sir. We need to discuss work center.
Work center only you created routing. So after doing this routing, what is the next master?
PV, sir, production version.
Production version. So what do you do in production version?
We will combine BOM and work center, sir. Not work center. routing and BOM, sir.
You have to come out of this word called work center, I think.
Okay.
Sorry,
sir. We will combine routing and BOM, sir.
Correct.
Production version.
That is for which material?
For internal
internal production materials, sir.
Okay.
Even for external, we don't have routing. Instead of that, we will just create an production version without routing, sir.
Correct. So production version is not mandatory for discrete manufacturing in ECC, but it is mandatory in S/4HANA even for discrete manufacturing. This is one big difference, in the ECC and S/4HANA with respect to production planning PP. In discrete manufacturing, it was not mandatory for discrete. What we are doing is discrete manufacturing. But in case of S/4HANA, they made it as mandatory. Right. So how do we use production version?
How do we use production version? The production version we will use in the material master, sir.
Okay. That is fine. Metal master, okay. But what is the purpose of production version? Okay, I put this question in different way.
Okay.
So either for to differentiate.
Wait, Kani, wait. Yes, Sigmund.
The production version is necessary when we carry out the MRP run, sir.
Correct, sir. What is the purpose of it? That is one thing. Okay, that is one thing. It is required.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. The production version, based on the production version, it will provide instruction during routing, with an example, like say, for example, from 1 to 100 pieces, I need to do manual packing. Then from 100 to 1000 pieces, I want it to be done by the machines. So based on the production version, it will tell tell the system what kind of routing we need, sir.
Correct. Now that example is helping you now.
Yes.
Exactly. So production version is to select which combination of routing and BOM is required if your material can be produced from more than one BOM or from more than one routing. Okay. So that is one important purpose of production version. Okay. Right. Now, what we will do, we will discuss some topics which I can show you, which is not working in our current system. So I will be showing you from the different system. Okay.
So I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. You stop sharing. I will sharing. Okay. So first I will talk to you about the scheduling agreement. Okay. See, I stopped the questions, because I want to focus further because this is the last week for us, today and tomorrow. So whatever the questions I ask in that line, you please think about. Okay. And also ask yourself some questions. If at all you want to change your job, or you are going to go for, or you want to illustrate your experience from these things, you should be able to understand these things clearly. For that, what you should do, you should be able to understand the theory first. So go through the materials which I shared. I hope every week I am sending the materials. Hope you have received all the materials. The materials also given with some proper numbering or range also. So please share, what is it? The sequence, you save it and go through as per the sequence. Maybe some of the things which I would have shuffled and taken the session, but when you go through it, go through them as per the sequence. So this is the scheduling agreement. Okay. So what is the scheduling agreement? Scheduling agreement is basically a long-term agreement between the organization and a outline purchase agreement. It may be a contract or it may be scheduling agreement. So now in the first session, what Kanimari was asking, now I'm answering that point here. Okay. So what is the outline agreement? Contract and scheduling, these are the types of outline agreements. Okay. So the contract is what? Contract is that I enter one contract, okay, but that will be my reference. For example, I create a contract with one supplier. I keep this as a contract, but against the contract, I have to create purchase order with respect to the contract. Each time, against the contract, I need to create a purchase order for that contract. I mean, purchase requisition, purchase order. But scheduling agreement is not like that. Scheduling agreement is also I'm having agreement. Okay, there also I'm having agreement for 1 year or something, right? But I will release the schedule lines, right? It is typically applicable in the industries like automobile industries, where they want to have the components every hour to be supplied by the suppliers. Like that they will do it. But the contract, purchase order may not come in the regular intervals. I may buy 100 numbers today, I may buy 100 numbers after a week or 100 numbers after 2 weeks. But my contract is saying I am going to buy 1000 numbers in this year at this rate. Scheduling agreement also will say the same thing. But how do you execute is different. In contract, with respect to contract, my purchase request will be there, purchase order will be there. Scheduling agreement, I will have the schedule lines. Okay. We did not create contract, we have not covered this, but this is the concept. Okay. Now let us go to the scheduling agreement. So scheduling agreement can be created manually, or it can be copied with reference to the purchase, quotation, contract. With respect to contract also, you can create the scheduling agreement. So purpose is regular purchase, subcontracting, consignment, stock transfer. Any of these things we can use scheduling agreement. So the contract also can be used in scheduling agreement, right? Right. Now, scheduling agreement, how do you create? So to create the scheduling agreement, we have the T code called ME31L. So menu path is shown here, like materials management, purchasing, scheduling agreement. Or now it is having just a minute. Please give me a minute.
Yes.
How are you? Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now this scheduling agreement is created through the menu path, like what is given here. Okay. It is material management. Like this, we are taking it. And ME31L is the T code. Okay. So when you enter this T code, what will happen? You go there. So you can create with respect to purchase requisition, or you can create with reference to RFQ, or you can create with respect to contract. So from any of these things, we create the schedule line, scheduling agreement. So this is again, see, we are creating scheduling agreement. Okay, creating the scheduling agreement. And contract, from contract, we can create purchase requisition, purchase order also. Scheduling agreement can be created with respect to contract also, right? And we are going to create them manually. So enter the vendor, agreement type, and date. Agreement number is entered manually if it is externally assigned metal number range. Sorry, the number range. If it is internally, means internally it will be generated. In our case, it is configured in the internal number range. After that, we enter the purchase organization, purchase group with these details. And then after entering all the details, we have to proceed further. So system will open the validity period of the details. It is similar to the creation of purchase info record. Similar to that. Contents will be similar to that. And then we are having this. After entering the details, enter or the icon. No, to go into details. Okay, to go into details, enter here. So now here entering what is the material I'm going for the scheduling agreement. What is the description will come. What is the quantity? For example, this much quantity. What is the price? These issues we have to enter because this is the agreement we are entering now. If you have seen, the agreement is not created with reference to any info record. Okay, it is created with respect to a purchase requisition. It is created with respect to RFQ. It is created with a contract. So here we have to enter the what is the total value. Okay, we are entering the validity period. We are entering the payment terms. We are entering the total value of the scheduling agreement. And here I am entering under this scheduling agreement. I may have 5-6 materials also. Right. So with this vendor, I am going to a scheduling agreement. Maybe 5-6 materials I can go. Enter them. What is the target quantity? For example, the first quantity may be 1,000 numbers. Second item may be 2,000 numbers. Third item may be 5,000 numbers. For each one, what is the price? Right. The total price is scheduling agreement is for total price. I told the supplier, I am going to do the business with you for $100,000. Out of this $100,000, my material 1 will be $5,000. Material 2 will be $10,000. Material 3 will be $20,000. It may be different. Also, the quantity will change. So I put the quantities and everything. Then I save it. With these things, schedule agreement is created. Okay. Next, I want to create the delivery schedule because I have the schedule agreement I created. I want to create the scheduling line. For that, I have to use the T code called ME38. So that is below the scheduling agreement itself. The T code is there, ME38. So when I go to ME38, with reference to the agreement, I have to create it. So go to there. It is going inside. And then select that icon. That what is that icon? No, this is the icon which is to put the delivery schedule. And then here I enter. I need this material, right? On this date, on this date, on this. I have to keep updating them. So what is that? I may enter no day wise, week wise, month wise also. Date, time also I can enter. Every day I can enter time also. This is what an automobile company they use it. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they will keep updating it. Also, it will show whether this scheduling agreement is created manually or from MRP. The same thing we would have referred somewhere else. Where did you see this kind of creation indicator? Earlier we saw the creation indicator. Where did you see?
In the routing, sir.
Hey, we are talking about purchasing. I'm talking about creation.
Sorry, sir. In the PO, sir. And also in production order, we see created or released, sir.
That is created status here. What is the page you are seeing here? It is a creation indicator. Sigmund, if you know, please tell. The creation indicator, it is talking about from MRP or created manually or created from order. These things, no, we saw these things in one transaction. Which transaction we saw them?
Yeah. So can I guess, sir? Yeah, material requirement planning, sir.
Oh, where is it MRP here? What is it telling material requirement planning? What is the meaning of this one? This is creation indicator. This is creation indicator, which means how this is created. Whether it is created manually or it is created from MRP, like that it is telling. The same indicators, the same thing we saw in some other. Similarly, when we create another document, we saw these things. Related to purchase. How many
purchase order, sir? Whether we purchase order create reference to purchase requisition or created directly manually like that, sir.
Purchase requisition here. In this page, where is the purchase requisition?
Sir, PO, sir. PO.
No, You told no, it is created from PR. So where is the PR
Yes,
option here in this selection
it's
option?
on fifth, sir. Fifth option, sir, where you don't have purchase requisition. We have next to date.
Where is it?
Next to date, sir.
No, that is the purchase requisition reference. I am asking the creation indicator. This one, I am asking this. Please don't go to some other column. This is the creation indicator. These are various values you are seeing in the creation indicator. I explained this during one of the document creation.
Sir, goods movement, sir.
No.
MIGO. MIGO. Using when we use MIGO.
I don't know whether I am not asking properly or you are not having a proper idea. I don't know. Okay. So this was coming from the purchase requisition. In purchase requisition, you will see whether the purchase requisition is created manually or not. If the purchase requisition is created manually,
that's what I said, sir. During PO conversion also it will ask, right, sir, whether it is
that is purchase order. In purchase order, how can the purchase order generated from MRP? See here, the creation indicator is MRP. Can we create purchase order from MRP?
No, sir. It's result is purchase requisition, and we convert purchase requisition to
production.
This creation indicator will not be there in the purchase order from MRP. So which one will have these indicators? Only purchase requisition.
Yes, sir.
In purchase requisition, where can we go and see these things?
When we have the on the MD04, sir.
Correct.
No, guys, I am little surprised. No, you guys are called yourself experienced SAP people. In the purchase requisition, there is a detailed overview, item details. No, there you have different tab, material, quantity. There you have one of the tab called contact person. In the tab called contact person, you are having this creation indicator. That creation indicator will tell whether the purchase requisition is created manually, or it is created from MRP, or it is created from the sales order, or it is created from production order. All these options will be appearing. It is created from APO. All these things are appearing in the purchase requisition. Do you remember or not, at least now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Remember, sir. You're right, sir.
Not that I am right is something. I don't want to prove myself here.
No, sir. No,
you guys should be very clear on this.
Yeah.
These are very, very basic things for you both. Okay, the creation indicator is telling what? It is telling that is one. When you are doing some analysis on any purchase requisition, whether it was created from MRP or whether it was created manually, these things you need to understand. For that, I told you go and refer this creation indicator.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after entering these details, we will save the scheduling. What is it? Schedule lines. Now schedule line is created, and it will give the message that scheduling agreement is changed. This means the lines are updated. Okay. So when you create the schedule lines, system it will update MD04 like this. In MD04, you will not see the scheduling agreement. You will see only schedule lines. Okay. System is telling these are all the schedule lines created for this item. These are the receipts. Expected receipts. All these things are stars because we created them manually. Okay. And then if you want to see the scheduling agreement, where I can go and see, there is a transaction called ME3L. Okay. I go to the transaction called ME3L or ME3M. What is the transaction code to see the purchase orders segment?
One second, sir.
Can you remember?
ME23 answer.
That is one. By I have to multiple.
By vendor ME2L and ME2M, sir. By material.
Yes. You remember now? Segment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Scheduling agreement ME3L, ME3M. Okay. Right. Now let us stop here. And then we'll come back after maybe 3-4 minutes.
Okay.